So
Thank
my
you, sir.
question
Thank you.
is, on one hand, the Trump administration talks about drill baby drill. They give out slogans like these, and they back out of the Paris Agreement. And on the other hand, these guys are trying to get Greenland, and they say that climate change is not real. But at the level of actions, they are trying to do something in which they are perhaps demonstrating that climate change will happen, uh, ice caps will melt, and they need Greenland so that they can make a trade route out of that. And so my question regarding this is, now these guys also have the social media in their hands, and with this, the there is a great difficulty in separating political propaganda from scientific facts. They too get mixed into each other a lot, especially with climate change as a topic. So, with social media in their hands, how can one separate political propaganda and scientific facts so that they can get to the truth and build solutions for the real problem?
Yeah, good question. How do you separate fact from propaganda, especially when it comes to science? For that, it's very simple. You need scientific literacy, so you can tell for yourself whether this whatever is being claimed is correct or not. Right? You need scientific literacy for that. Basic scientific literacy, uh, how to think from first principles and things like that. Uh, and you have to understand one thing very clearly. When somebody says trust the science, that person is most likely a fraud, because you don't do science by trusting what you're told. You do science by questioning everything.
It's
By
verifiable.
questioning everything. Yes, everything has to be interrogated. It has to be proven without any doubt. So if a new claim is made, you have to interrogate it. You cannot trust it because some great expert has made it. Many of these great experts are on the payroll of the government, or some corporation or something. If you look at the history of the United States, in the 1950s and 1960s, medical doctors were promoting cigarettes. Okay, medical doctors, they would say that the so and so cigarette is the best in the world, and that's the best, that's the one I prefer to smoke, and all that. So these people, the pharmaceutical industry, the medical industry, has a long track record of being on the payroll of whoever will pay the money. And if some great famous accomplished doctor or medical expert will makes a certain claim. Another example is the US standard diet, or whatever they call it. Okay, there is this diet that is prescribed in the US, which for the longest time is prescribed an overload of carbohydrates, which is what makes people fat. Eating fat doesn't make you fat. Eating too much carbs makes you fat, and eating too much sugar makes you fat and gives you diabetes. But the American Medical Association has been promoting sugar for such a long time, for decades. So you cannot trust these people. You cannot trust these medical professionals, pharmaceutical industry. You have to question every claim they make. To the right way to do science is by questioning, not by trusting. When somebody says trust the science, that's a sure shot, almost sure shot example that this person has a certain agenda. So now, how to differentiate fact from propaganda? Look, you need to develop scientific literacy. I think, I know the education system is terrible and all that. We can keep on crying until the life is over. My point is that if the education system is problematic, it doesn't teach you science, then why don't you teach yourself science today? All the basics of science can be learned online if you want, for free. Nobody is going to charge you money for that. So I think it's incumbent, it's a responsibility of every citizen to learn certain skills and acquire basic scientific literacy on their own, so that they can make their own validation of various claims. That's what I would say. All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Very good question you asked. Thank you so much.